Now at 6, local organizations come together to raise awareness for child abuse. Plus, Girard residents kick off their spring fling on the square in support of local businesses. And how pollen and honey could help you manage your spring allergies.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
2 teens were injured in a rollover crash that sent the car flying more than 500 feet. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Anthony Saviello. It happened shortly after 10 this morning on Jaguar Road south of Joplin. Authorities say a southbound vehicle left the road and overturned several times over a span of 536 feet. The 2 teens inside both suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Well, Chris Warner joins us with a first look at our weather.
Yeah, we had some sunshine initially, then cloud cover began to build in. This is a look from the MoDOT camera 32nd range line from earlier this afternoon as those clouds began to roll into the area ahead of some of those scattered showers. So similar to yesterday, we didn't get as much cloud cover as we thought, but nonetheless, it is beginning to roll in. Our temperatures have been a little bit cooler today as well. And it might still shower, at least for some of us out there. 46 is where we started our Saturday, made it up to 57, and that was just before noon today. So again, not quite where we're supposed to be. In fact, our average high is 70. Thursday was above that. And then after that cold front rolled through, we've been below that, and that's where we are going to remain until at least Monday across the area. We're going to start to warm up, and then we've got thunderstorm chances rolling into the area. We'll have all the details in your full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Anthony?
All right, thanks, Chris. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the Children's Center of Southwest Missouri hosted a party in the park. The purpose of the party was to raise awareness and learn what the community can do to protect local children. It included resources from more than 10 area organizations.
The main goal of this event is just to make sure that everyone knows that no matter whether you're a parent or a mandated reporter, everyone can see something, say something. Everyone can protect the kids in our community by calling the child abuse hotline and your local law enforcement anytime you see something that could look alarming.
Today's event also featured various games and activities for all the kids. The community of Girard, Kansas today held a spring fling on the square. Attendees were able to shop for some new items while supporting local businesses. Officials say the event is a way for the community to get outside and enjoy the beginning of spring.
It means a lot to me. I travel to a lot of events all over the area, and to get to be involved with the community and get them involved in this also.
Today's spring fling kicked off at 9 this morning on the square. Down to Earth in Pittsburgh today held its annual Earth Day plant sale and craft show. It included more than 5 vendors selling fruits and vegetables, freeze-dried candy, and handmade jewelry. Down to Earth also featured in-store sales to celebrate the holiday.
It's a great opportunity for the artist community to come together and have our art out for the world to see. And it's a way for us to get out and socialize with other like-minded people.
Today was the 5th annual Earth Day and plant sale. The recent string of warmer weather has many ready to start putting plants and seedlings in their gardens again. Nick Kelly shares what experts say gardening and the best time to exercise your green thumb.
It's been feeling like early June instead of the middle of April in the Ozarks. That's causing avid gardeners like Deborah Sharon to flock to the nursery and shop for petunias to plant.
A lot of people say it's, you wait till Mother's Day to plant flowers, but I can't wait. It's been calling to me early.
She's not the only one ready to garden again. Nick Schwerin of Wickman's Garden Village says many customers have been asking that very same question. He's given them all the same basic answer based on his experience.
You want to try to wait until the last frost, hopefully, but it varies a little bit in Ozark because of the area, but Mother's Day is a good rule of thumb.
The hard numbers agree with that as well. Our usual last freeze date for the Springfield area is around April 14th, with our last frost date on April 22nd. Both can still happen as late as May 11th, though. While the numbers and the experts suggest waiting until late April and early May to get everything planted into your garden, there are some varieties of plants that can tolerate a bit of a drop in temperatures.
Your broccoli, your cauliflower, your pansies, your violas. Those are like hardy ones that can take the hardy weather. And you could also do like snapdragons, ones that early blooming stuff. You just have to watch it a little bit more.
For those with seedlings or starting seedlings, Shoreen encourages to wait until early May to move them outside. For those ready to go like Sharon, though, just be ready in case the temperatures take another nosedive.
They're my kids of sorts, being a retired teacher, you know, so I'll cover them or slide them in on the deck.
If this time of year leaves you sniffling and sneezing, believe it or not, you don't need over-the-counter medication to get through this allergy season. All you need is some local honey or pollen to help introduce the pollen to your immune system ahead of time. Valerie Nichols has kept bees for 30 years and manages about 100 hives. She recommends starting this process before pollen ramps up, like in the late winter.
When you have pain, the doctor always tells you to stay ahead of the pain. Same thing is going to happen there as well. Get ahead of the allergy season and stay ahead of it. It's not the greatest tasting thing. That's why I say put it in your oatmeal or your cereal or your smoothie or whatever, and you'll never taste it that way.
Nichols recommends starting small with the pollen and working up to a larger dose over time, as some people may have a stomach sensitivity. Coming up, a flash from the past.
In Fort Scott, history is coming to life this weekend. That story coming up.
History has come to life in Fort Scott this weekend. KOAM's Samantha Walker has more on how Civil War reenactors are helping people connect with the past.
Walking through the Fort Scott historic site, you might think you've stepped back in time. An estimated 75 volunteers have joined together to portray the site as it once was, a Civil War fort during the 1860s. Some volunteers are committing to their role, planning to eat and sleep at the fort for the weekend.
Of course, during the Civil War, it was a huge supply and hospital area. The area would have been full of tents, full of mule wagons, teamsters, supplies coming in and out, soldiers coming in and out. So to be just a little fraction of that and recreate that is it's a lot of fun for us, and I think it's good for people to see, to get an idea of what was going on here 150 years ago.
Attendees could watch live demonstrations that help showcase life at the fort during the Civil War. From weapons and cavalry demonstrations to showing camp life, visitors could get up close to history.
You get to actually stand and talk to people. You get to see the wool that they're wearing. You get to smell the horses in the stable. You get to smell that black powder, hear the concussion of the cannons firing, or the small arms, the muskets firing. It's a real visceral experience, as opposed to, I've read this in the book or I saw it on the screen. This is real.
For organizers, they say seeing people excited to engage with history is the best part.
Well, that's the whole reason we do it. I mean, we enjoy it ourselves, of course, but to get people engaged or to get them thinking about it and maybe plant that seed in a kid that's going to be the next generation of historian or Civil War reenactor, that's a good thing.
Civil War reenactments have been happening at the historic site for more than 40 years, and they have no plans on stopping the beloved tradition. Reporting in Fort Scott, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The Civil War experience will continue at the Fort Scott National Historic Site through tomorrow afternoon. A little later, why a Kansas City hat manufacturing facility after a celebrity wears its merch at a music festival.
Welcome back. So again, after some sunny skies initially on our Saturday, clouds began to roll in by this afternoon, and they're going to continue to roll in and bring at least a few of us some chances for showers. So again, this is from our camera on the Cornell Complex earlier this afternoon, downtown Joplin. You can see the clouds beginning to roll into the area, and they're going to be associated with some shower chances. Earlier today, again, a couple of stray showers, northern Bourbon County, more shower activity off to our north and west, but as you can see, clouds clouds across a good portion of the area. So we started our Saturday pretty good. Some sunshine. It was chilly this morning, but could be a lot worse out there. And then we're just going to get this bulk of clouds rolling into the area as we head overnight tonight. And again, a few stray showers, especially in our northern counties, will be possible as we head overnight tonight. Otherwise, we're going to start to clear out. And that's going to be the fun part. So after about midnight or so, we'll start to see clouds decreasing, going partly cloudy, 39. So with that said, patchy frost will be possible at least in some locations. We'll have a north breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Our Sunday, initially we were looking at some shower chances, but now we are looking at slightly better conditions. Maybe a few clouds in the morning, a stray cloud or two as we head into the afternoon. Otherwise, sunny skies, still not where we should be, only 62. But at least it'll look warmer out there. North breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we head into Sunday night, clear skies. So again, on the average, lows back into the low 40s, but some of us may fall back into the upper 30s. And we do have some patchy frost that'll be possible once again out there. So just keep that in mind if you got some outdoor vegetation. And winds will begin to calm down as we go overnight as well. And that's ahead of a relatively decent Monday for us as well. We start Monday, clear skies. By late night Monday, clouds will start to build in from the north, and that's associated with our round of storms that'll be rolling in by Tuesday across the area. So by Tuesday afternoon and evening, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Otherwise, we're mostly cloudy and temperatures right about back where they should be, right around that 70-degree mark again. Those storms will clear out, and by Wednesday, we're looking pretty good as well. Partly to mostly cloudy skies out there through most of our Wednesday, and highs about where they should be once again. Then we go into Thursday morning, and brewing in from the south, another round of showers and thunderstorms across the area. And these will continue to lift to the north. And again, remember with the future track, it's not saying there's just this giant shield of rain across the area. It's showing that in this zone, this is where the opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms will be, and those darker colors representing better chances of showers and storms, and of course that would mean some heavier rain as well. As we go overnight Thursday into Friday morning, that's where we get some thunderstorms out there, and we're keeping an eye on the possibility of a strong or potentially severe storm as we head into Friday morning. And then by the time we head into the weekend, we're going to see additional shower and thunderstorm chances. And while these may be a little more scattered initially, by Friday afternoon into Saturday, we're still looking at opportunities for additional strong to severe thunderstorms out there. So again, not bad for our Monday or Sunday. Still, not bad temperature-wise Tuesday. A few thunderstorms, close to average by Wednesday. And as we head through the rest of the week and into next weekend, that's when we're keeping an eye on those additional thunderstorm chances. And thunderstorm chances aside, look at those temperatures well above average into the 80s.
Don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. A Kansas hat manufacturing facility is struggling to keep up with demand because of, you guessed it, Taylor Swift. Orders have been pouring in for the hat she wore at a Coachella music festival last week. It's one that advertises the New Heights podcast hosted by boyfriend Travis Kelce and his brother Jason. Sandlot Goods in Kansas City suburb Leawood makes the hats.
Pre-sale went live on Monday. Within an hour, they were selling into the thousands, and so we've revisited the number a couple times, and now we have thousands of hats to make.
The hats go for $36, but you may have to wait a little longer for manufacturing to catch up with demand. Still ahead, the Kansas City Royals and St. Louis Cardinals both look to win on their home field this weekend. And Seneca travels to Diamond for a baseball matchup. Brock Baldridge has the highlights from the game and more.
This weekend, a couple of our local high school teams get together for a non-conference matchup. Diamond comes into the day winning 2 of their last 3, and meanwhile, Seneca looks to snap a losing streak. So early afternoon contest in Diamond as the Wildcats host Seneca. We start things off in the first inning as Ian Hefferon is on the mound for the Indians, and he gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the first inning as Seneca goes back in the dugout. They trail 2-1 after the first. So we go to the second inning now as Giancarlo Martinez pulls this baseball deep to left field, and that clears the fence for a 2-run homer, and that gives the Wildcats a 4-1 lead. So we go to the third inning now. Seneca starts to wake up offensively as Cade Johnson is at the plate with runners on. He hits his ball past the infield. 2 runs come to score, and Johnson goes into second base with a 2-run double. That makes it a 4-3 game. So we go to the bottom of the third now. Austin Gardner gives this ball right deep to right field, and see you later. He goes opposite field for a 2-run homer. But in the end, it's Seneca who makes a huge comeback in extra innings, and they beat Diamond by a final score of, get this, 22-14. Well, the Missouri Southern Lions baseball team only has 2 more home games remaining in the regular season. The stretch of games are really important for MSSU. The team is fighting for a hosting bid when it comes to regionals time. No problem for Southern this afternoon. At senior day there at Warner Turner Field, the Lions rout the Griffins today, winning this game 14-6. Southern, they take the series. They have a chance at the sweep tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pitt State is on the road today. The Gorillas win a high-scoring battle 10-8. Dylan Kurahashi, Choi Fu, and Blake Mosley combined for 7 RBIs. Each guy homered in this game, so Pitt State will go for the sweep against the Jets tomorrow. And in softball today, Pitt State softball wraps up their final road contest of the regular season. The Gorillas win Game 1 10-9, and Pitt State completes the sweep by winning Game 2 6-4, and that leaves the door open for Pitt State for potentially winning a league title if they're able to sweep the next homestand. And over to Maryville, the Missouri Southern Lions grinding out the rest of the season. Lions lose a couple of close games, 3-1 and 2-1. So Missouri Southern will return home to face Newman and Central Oklahoma for Senior Day next weekend. Well, the St. Louis Cardinals return home for Busch Stadium, and the Cardinals can actually make up some ground in the division standings as they host the first-place Milwaukee Brewers. Cardinals versus the Brew Crew of Milwaukee. Top of the first, Reese Hoskins gets all of it. Get up, get out, goodbye home run. It's a 2-run blast, and the Brewers lead 2-0. We go to the second inning now as Milwaukee leads 2-1 with the bases loaded. William Contreras, brother of Wilson, goes deep to right center field and looks like trouble, but Michael Saini makes a leaping grab at the wall to get St. Louis out of the inning. So we go to the fourth inning now. Cardinals lead 4-2, but Bryce Turang goes down to golf one out of here. St. Louis and into that bullpen for St. Louis is a 2-run homer. That ties the game 4-4. So the next batter to the plate, Cardinals having trouble keeping the ball in the yards. Jackson Chirina goes deep to right field, and that ball is gone. Back-to-back homers for the Brewers, and Milwaukee goes on to win the Slugfest 12-5. Well, in Kauffman Stadium tonight, the Royals look to win their 10th straight home game of the season. Kansas City just getting things started with the Baltimore Orioles. At last check, there is no score in that first inning. And well, how about Pitt State softball? You know, they went 3 of the 4 this weekend. They did drop one on Friday night, but they still got a shot to win a league championship, MIAA regular season title.
That's amazing for them. And how about that Seneca Diamond baseball
score?
I've
never seen a high-scoring game like that before.
I've never seen that kind of score before. That's very impressive. We'll be right back. The Kelsey brothers have both won Super Bowls, but it appears only one of them still has the ring. Retired Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelsey says he lost his bling during a live fan event last week. The brothers held a show at the University of Cincinnati, complete with zany events. One of them included participants digging through a pool of chili to find replicas of Jason's 2018 Super Bowl ring. But the actual ring was also in the pool, and now it's gone.
All right, again, so as we head into the weekend, not looking too bad for our Sunday or even our Monday. Some thunderstorm chances on Tuesday, and then we'll watch additional shower and thunderstorm chances heading into the weekend, keeping our eye on the possibility of some strong, maybe severe thunderstorms by next weekend. And on top of that, temperatures well above average into the 80s.
And how about a final sports note for us?
Frontenac alum Heather Arnett breaks the single-season runs record for Pitt State softball today. And, well, she seems to break a lot of records, so I expect her to keep going with her career.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's our time for tonight from all of us here at KOAM. Have a great night.